Hi everyone. I'm trying something new today, so please bear with me. It's Lynn from LynnieCDesigns, and I'm hoping this is going to work, but I don't know. I've been wanting to go live on here for a long time, and I need to sort out my setup, but I thought I'd just give it a go. I was talking to, so we had a team Christmas do, and I just thought, let's just go for it. I've been putting it off. So this is the card that I wanted to share with you today. It's one that we first made in my, I think, November class. And then I used it as a project for some new stampers. I did some 3 workshops for some new stampers, and this was the project that we made. So I'm going to recreate it today. It uses Framed and Festive, the one I'm making today. I've got the sentiments from Framed and Festive, and I'm using Merriest Moments to create this sort of background here. And I made up lots of packs for these workshops and had these left over, so I've made them up, and I'm going to send these to all of my neighbors. And I did a little bit of heat embossing on this, which I thought was a bit of a stretch too far for some newbies. You can see all my I can't work out how to zoom in. Oh yeah, I'm on my phone. Oh, that's maybe a little bit better. Is it? We'll see. Oh, don't want to make you feel sick. Anyway, yes. So I'm using, if I run through what I'm using, I've got some very vanilla. I've got some soft succulent. I've got some sparkly or glittery foil here. This was a celebration, so this isn't any longer available, but I got quite a few, and it's just so sparkly. I thought it was lovely for Christmas. And a very little pop, or a little strip of Poppy Parade. I've got crumb cake, and I'll show you. It's ever so quick to make this the background for this. Poppy Parade and soft succulent to go with the cardstock. I'm going to stamp the envelope as well. So let's just do the stamping first, and you can see my process. I shall bring that up here. So for the inside, I did one of the little flowers. Use the soft succulent and the fern just to add a little bit on the inside, and then with the crumb cake create the center. And the sentiment, very simple, again in the crumb cake. I've just re-inked that, and I'm hoping it's going to behave itself. So the front sheet, I started off with the berries, and if you're not very confident, you can do one at a time, and I am just going to swap between these and create a little bit of a pattern. So I'm going to come here and I always think if you come off the edge of designer series paper, it looks a bit more like it's patterned paper that you're using. Do one more just in there as well. So I can't see, I can't see anybody's comments, but I will get to them afterwards. Very strange doing it this way. So I feel like I've got to talk while I'm doing it. So I will be rambling. I apologize for that. So I think that's a nice section there. I'm going to dress up my envelope. Oh, my computer's just gone on standby. Not that I can see this is happening anyway. Oh, there we go. Oh, I just leave the computer alone and I'll try that later. So we'll dress up the envelope, which I think is always a nice touch. Getting green all over myself there. So that's quite sweet and ties in quite nicely. And then I've got this sleeve here, and I'm going to use this to just sort of come in from the edge. And the crumb cake actually looks a little bit goldy in my opinion. So we'll come off there and we'll come in that side. And I know I'm going to have my sentiment there, so actually I'm going to fill in that gap there and not worry about that mess. And then I've got the little speckled stamp. I'm going to put these away because it's very easy, if you're not concentrating, to get that in the wrong place. And I'm going to stamp off and just add that. I'm not worrying about going over the top. I'm just filling in the sort of blank spaces, but I don't want it full strength. There we go. That will do. And it's done. So I thought this was a lovely way to introduce these new crafters to a bit of stamping. And I think, well, the feedback I got was really lovely. So some wet glue on the back. And I don't know if you saw before I sort of zoomed down a little bit. I've got lots of pots of glue down to the side here. I have a trouble. I was saying to my husband earlier, I think I'm a bit of a hoarder. Sorry, collector. And I'm sure there's bits of glue in there that I can eke out. Anyway, thought because that was a little bit wider, it's about a centimetre wide or half an inch. But this, I put some of the double-sided tape on the back before I cut the strips, because I thought it was a bit mean to, because you can, if you're not used to gluing or the wet glue, you can get a bit messy and sticky. So stick that down there, and I will just trim off my snips and trim off the back there. That's lovely. And then I'm going to grab, I gave everybody a little bit of berry vanilla, and we'll bring in, I've got a dust buddy. I am organised, honestly. Dust buddy, Versamark, and my gold powder. I'm going to have yourself a merry little Christmas. Pop that down in the middle. Add the powder. hope this is working. And then excuse the noise. Love watching heat embossing. I've said it once and I've said it before. I just love that. So I'm using, this is the decorative circle punch, and I thought again that would be easier if I can get it in for new crafters to use a punch rather than having to take my die cutting machine and use a die. We used a die when we made them in class, but that's really pretty, isn't it? So let's just pop that together. I popped that up with some dimensionals. And as I say, I knew where that was going to go, so I could pop that. Actually, I'm going to cover that, completely cover that up, because I don't want to hide that berry there. So pop that on there. Put a little bit of something, a little bit of sticky there. Straight. I've got, where did I put the linen thread? There it is. Just tie a tiny little bow and pop that on with a dimensional. Now I haven't put any I didn't put any gems on here, but it would be quite easy to add some extra bling if you wanted to. Let's pop that on with a little glue dot. We'll scrunch that up and just pop that there for a little bit of decoration. I'm going to trim those bits down and then put this on, reinforce that. We'll glue the inside in. See, there's plenty of glue in there. I know glue can be, not everybody loves this multi-purpose, but I like it because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room to move it around, move the cardstock around. There we go. And again, you could put some bling on there, but I think that is lovely. So I've got a whole stack of these to give to my neighbours. So there we are, my first live crafting. So hopefully that's okay. I will look at the comments. I see there's 2 people with me, but I'm not sure who you are. Hello. Anyway, I will see you again soon. Take care. Stay safe. Bless. God bless. Bye-bye.